Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's start off with this tweet here. So, obviously, not new news, XLS 20 went live. I just wanted to get that out of the way because already, since this went live on Halloween, 9 days later, we already have a huge update. That's right. We have a full-on partnership. Not just any partnership, though. We have real estate tokenization that is built on the XRP ledger and is utilizing the XLS20 NFT standard. Now, this is called Proper Home. Very interesting announcement that we've seen. In fact, over here, we have from Crypto Airy, this is interesting. Ripple announces partnership with Proper Home, the real estate revolution. Proper Home property marketplace developed on XRP Ledger for agents, developers, and owners, a new way to earn trust and credibility in each sales interaction. Now, in my opinion, with this, the XLS20 standard will allow for them to tokenize real estate. It makes sense. It really just makes sense. This is going to be a full-on real estate marketplace to create a renewed way to buy, sell, and rent property. I've said it since day one on this channel. Tokenization is going to be one of the biggest aspects of crypto. Why? Because of the value proposition locked behind tokenization. A lot of people don't realize the value behind the global real estate market. In fact, when you look at retail, the retail sector of real estate is valued at an astronomical $200+ trillion valuation. The entire global real estate market is valued at $300+ trillion. We are seeing Ripple not only dive into massive markets day in and day out, for an example, the cross-border payment market, the FX market, and now we have the real estate market, which, by the way, this is not the first announcement that we've seen around this, which we will get to in a second. But what I do really want to talk to you guys a little bit about is the information behind this. So the partnership will leverage the XRP ledger and the open source layer 1 blockchain through an NFT utility. Through an NFT utility will provide faster, more reliable, and energy-efficient transactions and improve the buying experience for potential buyers. Specifically, Ripple, Prop Home, and XRP Ledger share common characteristics and purposes. Efficiency, speed, and transparency. Indeed, the goal of this partnership is to revolutionize the level of engagement in the typical tedious process of buying, selling, and renting homes. Ripple and Prop Home, here's what to know. So they do break this down a little bit. So this is going to be centered in Portugal, which is going to be very interesting. It's going to start small, in my opinion, and then it's going to really kind of balloon to a global standard. That's how I really kind of look at all of this. It really kind of starts small, and then it just grows rapidly. We do see all this through an NFT utility that will be minted on the fast and energy-efficient blockchain for asset tokenization, the XRP Ledger. Specifically, the speed and reliability of the XRP Ledger to facilitate real estate NFTs will further simplify the way real estate clients communicate with their agents, schedule visits, make offers, and more. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. I really do think that tokenization will disrupt every single aspect of life. In fact, this is much bigger than just the real estate market itself. We have these doc tokens. So docs are issued when renting or buying a property using Proper Home. Customers will receive a doc token that they could use to prove the right of use for a particular property, thus bypassing the time-consuming and cumbersome onboarding, verification, and approval process. Now, when we look at this, they will also offer home buyers the ability to connect to various services, including utilities such as electricity, water, broadband, telecommunications, and home entertainment. This is going to be something special here. I'm definitely going to be looking at this project closely, because if done right, this could very well be a huge opportunity not only for Ripple and XRP, but also for this project. And it looks like they will be launching their own token, by the way. PRP is going to be the ticker. Very interesting. But we do see a quote here. Proper Home and our partner Ripple share the same vision of the tokenization of assets with functional utility. We see the potential of an online real estate market that leverages blockchain technology to dramatically improve real estate interactions. I completely agree. We have trusted the reliability of the XRP ledger for over 10 years to serve as our preferred blockchain for its tokenization and settlement capabilities. Again, proven reputation goes a long way. And they do mention the sustainability factor here, comparing it to Bitcoin. They also mention Ripple is on the goal of becoming sustainability, and the goal on sustainability of the planet by 2030, which is a big aspect. They do mention cross-border payments and stuff like that. And yeah, again, there's a lot more information here. It goes on to mention a lot more information as well. But when I went over to Proper Home, I gotta say there was not a ton of information, but hey, they just launched on November 7th, so I completely understand. I'm definitely going to continue to watch this expand. They do have a short video over on Twitter, or on Twitter, on YouTube, sorry. And they do also have, I want to say, a Twitter account. I might be wrong on that. It doesn't seem like they do. Maybe they just have Instagram, Facebook. They have a LinkedIn, and then they, of course, have a YouTube channel. I'm going to definitely be considering the fact that this could very well be a huge aspect. But like I said, this is not just another project that's new to the XRP ledger. In fact, Ripple has been making some major plans to disrupt the real estate market, as well as even the land market. When we go over here, Ripple's plan to tokenize Colombian land stalls amid new administration. Now, this did get stalled. They still have this plan in, effect. We don't know what's going to happen with it, but I will say this. I'm focused on anything around the real estate market as well as land, because all of this could very well be streamlined by tokenization. There's a lot of projects that are still in the works from Ripple. I would argue that there's probably a lot of NDAs as well. I think that in a previous video when we were talking about CBDCs, actually, I brought up in a discussion or a question, I said, I really wonder how many NDAs Ripple has for CBDCs, as well as even cross-border payments, things like that. It is very interesting to think about, but also think about the projects that Ripple is trying to launch within the security tokenization aspect around real estate and stuff. I think it's going to be very interesting. But also, a lot of people probably are asking the question, well, why do we even need tokenization around real estate? Well, real estate isn't a liquid asset class. So tokenizing it could very well turn it into a liquid market. And like I said, this is a $300 trillion plus market. And we do see down here a few years back, the concept of owning and trading fragments of physical real estate might have seemed too far-fetched for many. But with the advent of blockchain technology, real estate tokenization is providing new opportunities for fractional ownership and investment. And yeah, I mean, it really does tick all the boxes that are often required to ruffle many a feather in a traditional industry. It's digital, global, complex, and future-oriented. Now, how will this fully transform real estate? How will this be, one of the biggest aspects around crypto? Well, we look at things happening around tokenization already. You look at art. You look at, collectibles. Everything around this sector is very interesting, because when we look at the benefits of tokenization for real estate, it's very similar to anything else. You get fractionalization, which is a great opportunity for anybody who, maybe wants to invest. Say for so you wanted to buy a portion of a $10 million property. You could do that. Maybe you only have $100,000 to spare, and you're like, well, I really wanted to invest $100,000 into this property, but they're not offering me fractionalization. Okay, all of a sudden, boom, tokenization happens. Fractionalization is there. You can now invest $100,000 into that $10 million property and earn X amount of APR per year. It's very lucrative. Not only will it help make it very accessible and liquid, you will also have, investors able to buy tokens representing a portion of the property, which is going to streamline the entire process. It's going to allow a lot more entrants into the market, and you're going to see huge benefits: liquidity, transparency, automation, accessibility, reducing geographic constraints. This is going to be a very interesting area for sure. And again, I think that this is what we should all be looking at around crypto. It's not just, okay, how do we make payments better, right? Because although, yes, all of this does demand payments, this is a full-on transaction. If I wanted to sell my house, even if it's tokenized, guess what? Somebody's paying me, and I'm transferring ownership. It's still a payment. So yeah, sure, we should be focused on payments, But also, I believe that we should be looking at things like this that are going to streamline processes that are extremely plagued with bad, inefficiencies and time consuming problems, as well as highly expensive processes as well. Like, this is a huge aspect. And by the way, Ripple has been planning this for so long, going back to July 7th, 2021, evolving RippleNet for a tokenized future. This is where they were talking about how you could own, certain percentages of, music, and you could earn, a certain royalty fee on their music whenever they play it. Like, there's a lot of options here in terms of tokenization that can not only provide very incredible value to anybody who is holding the tokenized asset, but also it's going to provide a lot of value to certain sectors that are going to demand this type of technology, like CBDCs and things like that. But also, when we look at the tokenization market, we always kind of go back to the World Economic Forum and how they said that they, 10% of the world's GDP will be tokenized by 2027. We could definitely see that. I mean, look at all the adoption around, Ripple with a lot of these major financial institution names. You see massive names jumping into crypto right now. Although things look dim, I will say this: we've seen a massive amount of adoption in 2022 already, and we've been seeing a lot of entrants into this market around the, $1 trillion plus area. I mean, like, there's a lot of major names in this area, to say the least. So to me, I think as we continue to expand rapidly, as we do continue to see this technology shine incredibly, it really kind of begs me to the next video that I wanted to play, which is Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, talks about how blockchain will permeate into lots of parts of our society over the next years. You're going to see many financial transactions where a middleman be removed, and we'll use blockchain technology, and society will benefit from it. Now, again, this goes both ways. We're going to break this down here in a second, but I just want to play this real quick for you.
Crypto is helping transform finance businesses today in a few different ways. And I think one of the challenges for the industry has been to focus on solving real problems for real customers. And Ripple, obviously, from its earliest days, focused on the problem around cross-border payments. That's a point of a lot of friction as measured by speed and cost. And by focusing there, we've been able to have a big impact on that, relatively small piece. But I think over the next years, you're going to see many financial transactions where a middleman sits, a middle transaction, an intermediary. Those will get removed, and we'll use blockchain and other digital asset type technologies to remove that friction. And I think all of society will benefit from improving the efficiency of those systems. I think you'll see that. Certainly, you've seen it in securities settlement as an opportunity. The financial transactions around bonds, around derivatives, a lot of these things take a while to settle, and the friction associated actually holds back the industry. Insurance is an industry I think you're going to see touched. Trade finance is an industry that really Ripple, some of our customers have invited us to participate in. And you've seen experimentation around identity in real estate and title management. And these are all examples where I think it's so hard to predict where this will go, in the same way that 25 years ago, when I first got involved in the Internet of Information, I never could have predicted on my smartphone I'd press a button and I'd have a car picking me up minutes later. I think this will permeate lots of different parts of our society.
And I played this video in a previous video as well, but the reason why I bring it back up is that you could really see all of this morphing into reality so quick. I mean, think about it like this, right? You look at tokenization. How large can tokenization actually become? It can be every single, aspect of our entire life. It could fully disrupt everything that we do on a day-to-day basis. Tokenization of real estate, like I said, could be one of the biggest aspects to focus on, because when you look at real estate right now, it is plagued with a lot of inefficiencies. Tokenization could open the door for huge opportunities. It could open the door for many efficiencies also to be fully realized in. And I think that, like I said, crypto going forward might as well be one of the largest areas of a technological advancement in not only finance, real estate, it's every single aspect. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.